Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be a quick commentary. There was a movie or a trailer of a movie that was put out over with the Super Bowl that just aired Sunday. And the name of the movie was Disclosure Day, man. All right, Disclosure Day, a movie about so-called UFOs. But hey, the chariots, right, in the Holy Scriptures is the real Disclosure Day, because within the Bible it tells you what those things that people see in the sky, the government, the different branches, the military, the Air Force have disclosed, right, put on record about seeing these objects flying in the sky, man, right? Whether it be, I forgot the name of it, whether it be people on the nuclear subs, whether it be, like I said, people in the Air Force, Army, it doesn't matter. They used to put on C-SPAN, right? Different people speaking about records, speaking about video, speaking about testimonies of seeing these things in the sky, and understanding that none of the military capabilities that the U.S. has could match these things, ever match them, right? So the real Disclosure Day is is the Lord and the angels coming back, man, right? And within that trailer, go ahead and check the trailer out. You have basically a ship, so to speak, coming out from a cloud, man. Similar to what they showed you in what was the name of that movie with it's Independence Day, where Will Smith came out years ago. These top directors, and this is directed by Spielberg, they study the scriptures and they know that this thing is real. So here's a couple scriptures dealing with the real disclosure, man. This is Revelation 1:7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen." Right? He cometh with clouds. So within the scriptures, it compares what so-called white man ignorantly calls UFOs or UAPs. Unidentified, but the Lord calls them chariots, he calls them clouds, he calls them whirlwinds, a wheel within a wheel, right? He has different words and analogies to describe what modern day people would call a UFO, all right? But they're all the chariots and devices of the Lord, man, right? And they're coming back to wreck shop. They're coming back to destroy this place. You see? From here, we're going to jump into Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 13. And this is not going to be long, man. It says, "Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariot shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled." Right? So there's another mention as comparing chariots coming up as clouds, as whirlwinds. These are all, like I said, metaphors that the scriptures use to describe those chariots, man. Right? Let's grab another one. Let's go into the book of Zechariah 5:1. It says, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll." Right? "And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth." Right? So when you seeing that, and when you go watch the trailer for Disclosure Day, what is happening? A bunch of mayhem, a bunch of destruction, right? So like I said, the scriptures got the real Disclosure Day, and it's the actual chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, "This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. To everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it, right? So the Lord is coming back to show his power, man, right? And I got another one that just popped into my head. Bear with me. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13. Let's start at 3. Actually, let's read down a little bit more. Actually, this is 2nd Ezra 13. Actually, let's start at 3. And I behold, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. This is a prophecy, right? A vision of the Lord coming back with the angels, you see? And when he turned his countenance to look, right, all the things trembled that were seen under him, right? And whosoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire, right? So the Lord, you're going to see that concentrated power coming from these chariots, man, similar to how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. Verse 5, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of man out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea, right? So the Lord is going to take down all these military powers that's going to come up to fight against him. Verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he graved himself a great mountain and flew up on it. So the father ship, the main ship, when Ezra saw it, he described this thing as a mountain. That's how great it is, right? It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, yes, durst fight, meaning the Lord is going to make them fight so he can ultimately show his great power when he basically brings down the nations and sets up his rulership on earth, right? This is what we're reading right now, okay? So similar to how we came out of Egypt, and Pharaoh really didn't want no part on him, but the Lord hardened that man's heart to come up against him. It's gonna happen again, because when you go watch the testimonies, you can find them online, of these military men speaking about the chariots. They always talk about the maneuvers, how fast they're going, that a human pilot couldn't even survive moving at the speed that these at the speed that the chariots are moving, right? And they really don't want no part of it, but the Lord is going to make them fight, right? And he's going to mop the floor with them, so you can understand. But that's pretty much the point. Just wanted to touch on that trailer, Disclosure Day. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'm going to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom the next time.